Hi everyone. I know it's been a long time since my last upload. Guys, it's been 9 months since Christmas of 2024 since I last uploaded a video. And so here I am again. I'm like, September, I am going to start, and I'm already late. I'm going to upload a video on September 1st so I can start my little videos up again, so I can start sharing things that I find when I'm out there shopping. And here I am already late. It is September 2nd. You probably will not see this until like the 3rd or the 4th, because remember, I have to edit it, because if not, you'll hear me for 50 minutes and I have to edit all the other stuff that doesn't need to be in this video. But I wanted to share with you quickly where I've been to kind of give you an update. So if I have time and don't ramble as much as I do, I will share a couple of things that I got at Target. But first and foremost, my last videos were my advent calendar shares, the puzzle that I did and the Diamond Art Club advent calendar. And I did not forget about what I said in those videos, that I was hosting a giveaway. I did not forget. As a matter of fact, here are all the comments made on those videos. As a matter of fact, I printed out these comments as soon as the series was over. The advent calendar, I think, was only 15 days. So I was done with that one December 15. But the puzzle, I want to say it ended December 25th, because I think it was 25 little boxes. So as soon as the series ended, I printed these out. And you can see right here, K is for Karen's comment. And she said it was 4 weeks ago. So I printed these out like right away. I just never hosted the calendar. But I never hosted the giveaway. And for that, I apologize. I am still going to pick a winner, because here we are a few months away from it being December again. And I'm doing another advent calendar video series. And I already have the puzzle. And if I'm lucky enough, I'll be able to purchase the Diamond Art Club advent calendar. But that one's tricky, because that sucker sells out within 2.5 minutes. They sell out, and that thing is not cheap. So if I'm lucky, I'll have that one. But if not, I'll have the puzzle. And if I only do the puzzle, I'll make sure to have something else. But let's go ahead and get started with where I've been and what's been going on. First, let me explain where I'm at, because I don't think you guys have seen my backdrop of this room. You remember the other room that I had that had the 5x5 calyx in the back? But this one, I don't think you guys have really seen much of this room. So this is the room where I spend like 90% of my time when I'm home. I come home from work, I sit here and I eat dinner here. I'm in this room 90% of the time. The other 10%, I'm either showering, in bed asleep, or in the kitchen. But 90% of the time, I'm here. I'm by myself, so I'm here. This is why I want to get a little apartment. But anywho, that's another subject for another day. So let me explain my little room. So these little units here, these are all from Michael's. These are like the old units. I love these. I collected those either by purchasing them or even like on Marketplace. But I've had these forever, and I've even thought about getting rid of them. But I'm like, you're never going to find them again. What do you think? What are you talking about? So I'm keeping them. And so they're all the way to right there. And then this unit here is from Hobby Lobby that I found in Marketplace. Not the best little unit. It's just cute to look at, but those little drawers get stuck, and they're not the best. Very cheaply made, and it's not cheap to purchase it if you buy it at Hobby Lobby. This brown one here, it's 2 units, one on top of the other one. You can't see it because of this cart. But this one, when you open it, it's full of acrylic trays. I love it. I also got that at Marketplace. I have a bigger one that's in another location, but I love that. These are my diamond painting little cylinders where I store the extra drills. So I'm still diamond painting. I've done it for about 5 years, and I'm still loving it. It's the only thing that really relaxes my little brain sometimes when it goes on overdrive. I gotta just like chill, and diamond painting kind of like stops it from going as fast as it's going. This is a cart. It's got 3 different layers that has all my Cricut stuff. But I also bought this cart over here, right there. This one here. It's a 4-tier cart, and I got it for $10 on clearance at Michael's. So I think I'm gonna take this to school and transfer all these little machines to this one here. So that's coming. Up here you have just different little acrylic trays where I have like washi, just different stuff in all these, different things in all these different little containers. So I'm slowly decorating for Halloween. So yep, this is where I'm at 90% of the time. So if you're ever wondering, I wonder what Diane's doing. She's in this room doing something. I guarantee you that. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about where have I been. So after the advent calendar videos, it was the holidays, right? So if you know my story, the holidays were a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, year two, it's only been year two, and so during the holidays, of course, it sucks. But I wasn't like depressed or anything else. It was just like heavy on me, of course. So from January through January, March, April, I continued with my decluttering and purge. I had already been doing it before, and then I had stopped, and then I continued again. So that's basically what I did. But I was decluttering and purging the stuff on the outside. So I have like a little shed, and I have like a little room back there. So I was decluttering that. And that was basically like a bunch of decor stuff. That's basically what it was. Things I'm finding clearance, I would put in bins and just put in the back. All the Christmas stuff, once I was done with Christmas, I would just put everything in the back. But there was no organization. It was just thrown back there. And I'm like, I felt like I feel like I couldn't breathe anymore. So the weather was nice and cool. It wasn't humid. It wasn't rainy. And I'm like, there's no excuse. You're going to tackle it. And that's exactly what I did. So I sent a lot of stuff to Goodwill. A lot of stuff ended up on the street. I think when the neighbors started hearing that I started playing music outside, and when the music ended, I would put a whole bunch of stuff on the street. They already knew, like, uh-oh, she's about to put some more stuff out there. So let's go check out what she put out there. And it was stuff that's brand new. Some of it still had labels. I got rid of an old Christmas tree with Christmas lights, the Christmas stand, the Christmas storage bag, a ton of ornaments. I did not want to take that to Goodwill because I'm like, they're going to sell all this. If I could put it on the street and somebody can pick it up and use it, then why not? And that's exactly what happened. And I don't just throw things on the street. Like, I put them in bins, and I have everything organized, and I just put the entire bin on the street. And literally whoever picks it up can literally just pick up the bin and go home with a whole bunch of brand new items that I got rid of. So I'd rather do that. Did I give stuff to Goodwill? Of course, I gave a lot of stuff to Goodwill as well, because it's like, oh, let me just, for whatever reason, I didn't put it on the street. I just took it to Goodwill, and that's where the stuff went. Am I done? I'm almost done. I'm not going to lie. I have one more area. I need to tackle my old crafty space. If you guys remember the one that I used to use before, that one still has a lot of crafty stuff in there that obviously I'm not using, because look at this room. Everything, all these little drawers, everything is filled. So my Calyx unit that I have in the other room is the 5x5 unit, has those bins. I started going through those bins as well and getting rid of a lot of stuff from there. So little by little, I'm almost done with this process. So, because again, there might be a day that I decide that I'm going to move, and I've been saying this for 2 years already, going on 3 years already, and I'm still here. So we will see what the future holds. But whatever the future holds, I'm not going to be taking all the stuff that I initially had to begin with. So that's what happened from January, February, and to March, and a little bit into April. Then once April rolled around, midweek April through the end of May, well, it's the end of the school year. Very busy time for me, very stressful time for me, because it's the end of the school year and kids are just, you know, it's the end of the school year coming up. So busy time. There's a lot of testing going on as well. So once I came home from that, I was like, I don't feel like doing anything, and I didn't do anything. So the 8 or 9 weeks went by, school year ended, and the summertime rolled around. So June was here. And I'm like, okay, now I'm going to tackle the inside of the house. I tore out the month of June. And for every day of the month, I put something on what I was going to do. Clean cabinets 1 and 2. Purge the closet. Whatever it was. Clean, purge the dresser. Whatever. Every day I had something to do. I had to plan it out that way, because if I didn't, I knew it wasn't going to get done. And the time was going to go by. And I would have hated myself at the entire summer gone by and I did nothing to this house. So I knew I had to create some sort of calendar. And that's what I did. The entire month of June, I did something in this house. Beginning of July, I did the same thing. I tore the page out and I wrote things down, and then it didn't happen. And this is why. The first week of July went well, but then I had a crop. I had a crop in Venice, Florida, a place I had never been to. And I think it was a 5-day crop. I think it was Wednesday through Sunday. I planned out the trip. Of course, I'm by myself. So I drove a route that I've never driven before. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, but I did it. And so I did the 5-day crop. I drove to Venice, was there for 5 days, drove back. And then when I came back, I just didn't feel like doing anything. Those crops take a lot out of you. So when I came back, by the time I unloaded the truck and put everything back to where it belonged and unpacked and did all that, I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything. So then I think it was a week that passed that I did absolutely nothing. Then my mom came to visit. She was here for a week. That was a great time that I had with my mom here. She was here for my birthday, which was really, really nice. And then she left. I want to say my birthday was either Friday or Saturday. I don't even remember. And then she left that Monday. So on Monday, I went back to work. I think it was the 28th of July. Whatever the last Monday of July was, I went back to work. Not because we had to, because I voluntarily went, because I wanted to start with my classroom. Monday, that entire week, I went to work. And then we officially started August 3rd. Now, again, I'm saying dates, but the dates could be wrong by a day or two. But I think it was August 3rd, was a Monday when teachers officially went back. So then I went back that entire week. And then I've already started. This is my 4th week back with kids. Can you imagine that? I told the kids today, on Friday, it'll be exactly 1 month that we've been back at school. And when I tell you, it does not feel like a month. It feels like a week. So now I'm back at work. And again, it's the beginning of the year. Lots of stuff going on. Very busy time for me. But I'm like, I need to start my little videos again. I like sharing. I like finding things and then sharing with you guys so that you all can see if you have it in your area. But again, I'm already running late. So I want to go back to the way it used to be on Fridays, where I would either do 2 things. One, I would go meet up with my friends at happy hour. And when I did that, I would say, well, I went to happy hour with my friends, but I'm going shopping Saturday. That's when I run my errands. Or go Friday after work, where I pick up my little iced coffee or my cold brew, and then I wander into a store and just wander up and down the aisles, just decompressing from the week. That's what I want to do again. So hopefully, but the time goes by so fast, but hopefully I'll be able to do it. So right now I just came from work. So that's why you see my crazy self. So, but you guys have seen me at 3 o'clock in the morning, even crazier. So no biggie. So that's what I want to do. So school started again, like I said, and my classes this year, I mean, so far, I mean, they're kids. You have to correct behavior when it's happening. They're kids. Because if I don't fix it now, it's just going to get worse for me. So there's been a lot of like redirection, which is what's supposed to happen the beginning of the school year. But what is happening is my voice is changing again, because now I'm teaching like 5 classes in a row. Like first period, second period, third period, fourth period, and then fifth period, all in a row without a break. So by the end of the day, I am like, my voice is so tired, and I have to clear my throat, and I'm constantly drinking like little sips of water, because I can't really drink that much water because I don't have access to a bathroom when I only have 6 minutes in between classes. So it's been crazy trying to adapt to that schedule, because last year I think I had first, second, third, then planning, fifth, sixth, and then planning. So I had a little break in between, but this time is all the way straight. So just getting used to it. But my voice by the end of the day is crazy. And today is not that crazy because we're testing, so I didn't see all my kids. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on that. Still purging little by little. Hopefully I'll be done here. And I'm not shopping as much as well, let me take that back. I do go into stores. I do not purchase as much as I used to. That sounds a lot better, because I'm still shopping. Like, that's a way for me to decompress from the day. And so I am definitely shopping. So with that being said, let me go ahead and share some things that I found at, my neck is killing me.
Oh, my neck. I don't know what's going on today. If I just started, I was been at school all right, but now I started feeling stress on my neck. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, but anyway, let me go ahead and share with you what I bought at Target. I did not go, but I hear that Hobby Lobby is having their little clearance sales again. The orange little tickets that you see. I haven't gone to the one that's closest to work. I went to the one that's further away from me that was closer to my old school. And the orange tickets are out, but they're 50% off, and they try to trick you. They try to get you in there, but those orange tickets are usually 75% off when people get excited. I don't get that excited with 50% off. Like, I really don't, because half their stuff right now is 50% off for Christmas. So that doesn't excite me, but when it comes down to 75%, then we're talking. But if you want to venture in there, they did have some crafty stuff for 50% off. But I also went to, so this past Friday, we had a little happy hour. I met up with a couple of friends from my old school, and just to catch up, because we really didn't see each other during the summer, so it was a lot to catch up on. So your typical couple of cocktails, conversation, whatever food they have. And it's always a really nice time. So after that, I went to, I think it was Home Goods. I wanted to get some coffee syrup. And they still have a whole bunch of Halloween stuff out, of course. But I kind of limit myself because I have, when I tell you, bin upon bin upon bin upon bin of Halloween stuff. And then I also have stuff that's not in bins for Halloween, so I don't need more. But I found these cute little salt shakers. Look at this. They're little salt and pepper shakers. But they're so cute. And I'm like, I'm not going to use them as salt shakers. I'm just going to use them as little decor pieces. So this was $3. $3. And I got that at, where did I get that? Home Goods. Oh my God, Home Goods. Oh, and another thing. I know, I'm all over the place like always. So Hobby Lobby is Christmas overload. Well, since June they started putting out Christmas stuff, but now it's like Christmas overload. Like, why do they have so much product? It's aisle after aisle after aisle. It's way too much product. But anywho, you know, they have an entire aisle of ornaments. I don't know if they had this one last year, but I didn't see it. But when I saw it, I'm like, I've got to get this one. And all Christmas stuff is 50% off. It's this little cup. Look at that. Iced coffee girly. And it's got like the ice. I'm going to get rid of the ribbon because I'm not really into pink, but I'll change it to purple. But I know they want to match this. But isn't that cute? And you guys know I love me my iced coffee. I don't even know how much I paid. I want to say like maybe $5. It must have been like $10. I know it's a lot for an ornament, but oh well. I liked it. Okay, Target. So Target depends because my sister in South Texas, her Target has nothing Halloween. Not even her Walmart, which I find strange, but she did send me pictures. So nothing Halloween yet. There's a Target. Oh, I forgot to pick up an order at Target. Oh my God. I just remembered I had an order I had to pick up at Target. There's a Target close to school. And I'm like, it's a smaller Target. I don't even know if it's a super Target. I don't know, guys. I don't shop. I don't buy groceries at Target. So I always just go to the dollar store. I don't know if it's a super Target, but to me, it's a smaller one. And there's a Target close to where I live here, which is about 2 miles away. And about 2 weeks ago, I'm like, let me go into this Target. I'm like, I don't know why I'm going to waste my time because they're not going to have Halloween stuff out. And lo and behold, guess what? They had Halloween stuff out. So let me share what I bought. Look at these cute. So they have like a little kickstand, or you can hang them. Look at this. How cute is that? These were $3. Look how cute. That's one pattern. And I'll show you something else in a minute. I think there's only 3. I don't know if there's more. I just found these 3. Look at this one. Oh, they're so cute. Here I go. You know how I am about cute stuff. And look at this one. Adorable. Now, this past weekend, Saturday, I went on my way to Hobby Lobby. There's a Target, and I stopped at that Target, and they had these same images in a little magnet. It's like this small, and they're refrigerator magnets. Of course, I bought them, and those were $1. So they're stuck to the fridge. Then I found these little pieces here. So you have this one, Black Cat Apothecary. These were $1. And then this one just says Happy Halloween. So I have a crop coming up. I go to these crops often, I know. But I have a crop coming up next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday into Sunday. So I'll be leaving Wednesday. I took a half day. So Wednesday I'll leave from work and then I'll drive up there. It's in Cocoa. And I'm there Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then I'll come back Sunday. I usually don't stay the full day Sunday. I start packing up and coming back home. Because by that time, I'm ready to come back home because I have to go to work on Monday. So I have a crop, and I usually, even though the theme is, I think it's Candyland, I usually like to decorate with my Halloween things. So I'm going to be putting those on there. And the next thing that I found are these little, like iridescent pieces. These were I thought these were expensive, and I still grabbed each of them. Look at this. Isn't that cute, this little kitty cat? These were $3, but they're so cute. I'm like, let me go ahead and grab. They had, I think, 4 different ones. So I grabbed the little kitty cat. And then I grabbed this cute little pumpkin. Look, with a little bow, $3. I didn't know that it had a little face. I thought it was just a pumpkin. So yeah, $3 for those. Expensive, I know. So then I got other things, but they're all like the same theme. Let's just put it that way. It's these little bottles. So if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that I like these little bottles. I have a vast collection of ones that, even from Tuesday morning, when Tuesday morning was open, I would get things from Tuesday morning or from Michael's. Even the ones from Dollar Tree. So, and these were $1. So it's this one here. And I like the nice little topper here. I think it comes off. There's a little plastic wrap around it. I'm not sure why I would want to open it. But this one reads, oh, my neck is killing me. This one reads green tonic. And so I don't know why I ended up getting 2 of those. I think because I like the witch's hat. I have no idea. Then I got this one that reads love potion. They're so cute. This one, I don't know where I left off. My phone got a notification that I ran out of storage. How? I pay a month. Every month I pay for extra storage. But anywho, I think I left off on this one. This one reads pretty potion. And it's got this pretty little round knob at the top. I grabbed 2 of those. And then there's this one that reads tricks and treats with a little pumpkin on top. And the last one of the bottles, I got this one that reads a boo for you with a little ghost on top. Again, I don't know if there's others. I just found these, so I grabbed them. And then I grabbed these little bottles. I grab them every year. They have them and during Halloween and I think during Christmas. And sometimes I grab them, sometimes I don't. Depends if I get there on time. But this one is, oh, my neck. This one reads petite pumpkin. It's got these cute little pumpkins on the inside. This one reads bone dust, which is probably the same thing they use for winter snow during the Christmas time. And all of these were $1. This one reads werewolf fur. This one is toadstool clippings. And you see little mushrooms in there. This one is spider legs. Look, it is just black pipe cleaners. Can you believe that? I know that well, you all know that we all can make these, but by the time you buy what you need, I paid $1 and it's already done. And the last one that I got is Tiny Ghost. Oh, you have this poor little ghost in here by himself. That's kind of sad. So anyway, that's all that I bought at Target. I'm not sure if they're putting out more stuff at this particular Target, but and I don't know if you can see this up there, like this little green. It's a wooden box, like those. They look like books, and I think it says witches something. I got that one also at Target. It was $5, but it's not like cardboard. It's actually like a wooden piece, very nice piece for $5. So I went ahead and grabbed that green one. It's a nice size, but that's it. I didn't see anything else that I wanted, but you know what? I did not go to the back of the store where they have all the other Halloween stuff, but because I know that I don't need all that stuff. But I also wanted to share this with you. I got this little house. I don't know where this is from. Horizon Group. Is that, I don't even know, is that Michael's or is that Target? I don't know. But I'm going to paint it black. I'm going to paint it black, and all these little miniatures that I get, I'm going to put them in here. So I'm going to see how that's going to work out. That's why I have it in here, because I was going to paint it black this weekend, but I don't know where my weekend went, to be honest with you, and I didn't do anything. Like I said, I went out to my little happy hour on Friday, and then on Saturday, oh, you know where else I went on Friday before happy hour? I forgot to tell you. If you have an Ollie's, I know, is it Ollie's? Yeah, I was going to say Aldi, but it's Ollie's. Not everybody has an Ollie's, but it's like, think of it as, what's the name of that other store? Like a Big Lots. That's the only way for me to describe Ollie's, is like a Big Lots. It's very overwhelming. There's so much stuff, but it's discounted stuff, stuff that stores no longer need, and they bought it and now they're selling it at a discount price. But they have received a lot of crafty items, I think from like the overstock of Joann's when Joann's closed. So they have a whole bunch of those items. And when I'm talking, you're talking boxes of things. There's like boxes of stickers, boxes of stamps, but it's not like different types of stamps. It's like all the same stamp, like a huge box filled with the same type of stamp for $1. And I'm like, well, you guys know I have 1,000,001 stamps. I don't need any more stamps. Stickers. They've had a bunch of stuff. So I've been going in there periodically, and I'll grab a couple of things. So let me show you one thing. Hold on. So I've been going in there to buy things periodically because the 3 times that I've gone, I've discovered new things that they put out. Like I said, it's a store that has a lot of stuff, and it's very overwhelming because it's just too much stuff. But the stuff that I'm finding, they either have it at the entrance, or you go down to where they have like the school supply stuff, and they'll have it there. But just to give you an example of what I found, this is American Crafts. It's a trimmer, like a paper trimmer, and it was $1. $1. So you know that I go to the crop, so I think I bought 10 of these so I can give to the lady that hosts the crops, and she can give them out as like quick door prizes. So for $1, I mean, and I already opened one and it cuts super smooth. And I said Joann's, but this is from Michael's, and I know I shouldn't be buying paper, but I need cardstock. So I like solid paper like this. So this whole pack from Recollections was only $1.99. And so look at these fun patterns. So I need these for card making and for my mini album. So, and it's one-sided, so it works out perfectly. So yeah, so these are things that I'm finding at Ollie's. So if you have one, I would go in there and venture in. I know that Ollie's is not everywhere, and I'm just lucky that there's one in my area that I can go in there and find things. But yeah, they're putting out a lot of stuff. I even bought like a planner. I can do a whole, if you want me to, I can do a whole Ollie's haul. Just let me know, because I have it still in the bags. I have not even put it away because some of the stuff I'm taking to the crop, like these, I don't need 10 of these for $1, but I bought them for the host so that she can give them out. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share with you where I've been, my plan to come back, and stuff of that nature. Okay, I'm going to have to end the video here. I don't even know what is the last thing that I said, because it's telling me that I'm running out of storage. How am I running out of storage? I pay every month to Apple. So I don't know where I left off at. So I'm just going to end it here. And once I edit it, I'll figure out where I left off. So if it doesn't make any sense at the end, it's because I'm trying to put pieces together on where I left off, because I had to stop and try to figure out what I could delete. So I don't even remember the last thing that I said. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And then we'll just keep an eye out for my next video, because it's going to be where I pick the winner for the advent calendar 9 months later. But I'm going to pick the winner, and then I'll try my hardest to get back on track with uploading every week. But if I don't do it every week, at least every 2 weeks. That's my goal, is to try to do it at least every 2 weeks. So with that being said, thanks so much for stopping by and listening to where I've been. And we'll just keep an eye out for my next video, and we'll definitely chit chat on the next one. We'll talk to you guys later.